Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to talk about how to position elements in CSS. And if you are new to my channel, I talk about web development and competitive programming. If you are interested in either of them, consider subscribing to my channel. And with that said, let's get started with today's video. Okay, so as you can see here, I have some boilerplate code. Besides boilerplate code, I have one main tag which acts as a parent tag for all these div tags. I have one simple paragraph, empty paragraph tag, so that we have this space, and we will use this space later, and you will understand why we have this empty space, because I need this scroll bar. And now we also have certain boxes. So all these boxes will show us how certain style or position property works. For example, as of now, all these boxes are static position, so that is default behavior, and there are other ways to position our elements, that is relative, fixed, absolute, and sticky. So we will have a look at them one by one. So here are some stylings which are not super important for what we are learning right now, so you can just ignore them, but this is just basically more margin, position, relative. So this position relative has significance, and I will come back to this later. And empty paragraph tag. Okay, so inline block, and if you want to understand what is inline block and current color keyword, you can watch my previous videos in about CSS, and I think that I did a pretty good job at explaining them. So first thing we have to look at is position static. So when we change, uncomment this, so definition position static, this is our first div tag. So nothing changes because by default every element in our CSS is static. So what's the consequence of having a static element? We cannot use left, right, or top, bottom, or z index. So now what happens when we give a position relative to an element? So we can uncomment this, and as you can see here, the position of our element changes. So what's happening when we give top 19 rem? So from here it will go down 19 rem. So whenever you give top 19 rem or top 19 pixel, you can use any value you want, so it will just go in the opposite direction. For example, when we give a top 19 rem, so it will go down 19 rem in the opposite direction, and rem 1 rem is equals to 16 pixels roughly, you can think of it that way. And when you give it right 11 rem, so it will move in the left direction, 11 rem, 176 pixels. Okay, so 176 pixels towards left, so it goes in the opposite direction. So I can comment this, and as you can see, it will go back to its original position. But when we use position relative, or original space, or the place where our element stays, that space is actually preserved, and other elements do not fill into that place, and that position or that area remains empty. So we can also do something like bottom 30 pixels, so it will move upwards because we are setting bottom space. Okay, so you should always remember the element will move in the opposite direction. If you are setting bottom, it will move in the opposite direction. And for example, if you are setting something like left 40 pixel, let's just say 40 pixel, now it will move in the right direction, 40 pixel towards the right direction. And this was position relative, it moves relative to its current or default position. So if you comment this everything, so this is the default position of a relative box or relative element or div tag. So when you do give some top, right, bottom, or left values, its position changes relative to its original position. Now we have another class, we have fixed position. So how does fixed work? So let's uncomment this, and now let's save this. So as you can see, something changed. When we set right 3 rem, so it will go in left direction, of course. And we can change this, like we can do top, and we can do like 100 pixels maybe, and now it will move downwards because we are setting that value for top. But what's different with fixed is it changes its value according to the viewport, that is our complete screen. So you are setting its value according to our complete screen. Okay, so if you set something like now let's comment this and set something like bottom 10 pixel, so it will move all the way down here, and it will have a gap between the bottom of our screen, the bottom of our screen and the elements bottom. Okay, so there is a 10 pixel gap. We can change this to 100. So as you can see, it goes up. So as we increase the bottom value, it goes up. And the one thing that we need to remember with fixed is it won't change its position no matter what. So as you can see here, it won't change its position, and that's why we needed that paragraph tag with empty content, so that we can just see how fixed works, a fixed position element works in our HTML or in our web page in general. Now I think we can just comment it out again. So now, so whenever we have position absolute, it's positioned according to its parent class, which does not have a default position. For example, our class here, or all the div tags are inside of the main tag. So because our main tag is not static element, and it's not positioned statically, that is, it does not have a default value, because as you can see here, I changed this to relative. So now our absolute position elements will change its value according to its uppermost element, which is not default style, which is not positioned statically. Okay, which does not have a default position. It can have relative, it can have fixed, absolute, sticky, does not matter, but it should not have a default static positioning. Okay, and if nothing has a if everything has static positioning, all its parents throughout the chain, then it will just position itself according to our body types or our entire screen, you can think of. So it will work similar to fixed. And now let's uncomment this. So as you can see here, our absolute position changes, and it will be where it was. But another thing you might have noticed is when I comment this again and save it, you can see the absolute element does not leave a space behind like a relative element, because when we position an element relative to its default position, there is still an empty space in that position. But when we position an element absolute, it does not leave any space there. We fill that space with the next element. Okay, and it changes its position like absolute, because we have now left 300 pixel and top 100 pixel. So if you want, we can change this to something like 150 pixel and it will move down. We can change this to 300 pixel, I guess, 30, not 30 pixel, 300 pixel. Now it will move down even further. So that's how position absolute works. And now we can comment this and it will go back to its original place. And now position sticky. So this is one of the most interesting ones. I find this it's like a combination of position absolute and position relative, I think. So as you can see here, I have just one extra property, that is top. I'm using one extra property, top, 0.5 rem. So I have positioned it sticky. So just observe what happens now. It's fixed and it's not changing. And now when we hit the top space between the elements top and the or viewport, which is 0.5 rem, it stops moving. Okay, and now it acts like a fixed element. So initially it acts like as if it's position absolute or relative, and now it acts like its fixed position. So that's the beauty of sticky. And we have WebKit sticky just so it will work on Safari as well. So if 0.5 rem was too small value, you can change this to 3 rem and play around with it. So now as you can see here, the gap between the top of an element and viewport, that is our screen, is just 3 rem. Okay, so you can change this value it toggles between position, kind of position absolute and position fixed. So after a certain value, like if the space between the top of element and the top of our browser or viewport is 3 rem, it will change to fixed element. So that's how position sticky works. And now finally, one bonus property that I wanted to add in this video is z index. So how does z index work? Let's uncomment this, and as you can see here, now our absolute position changes. So let's do this like top and 0 pixels. So now as you can see here, all our values are mixed. So when our two elements overlap, how do we decide which element should be selectable? Okay, so for example, if we want our this current element, that is absolute element, to be over or other elements, we can change its z index to 1. So now you can select the absolute element and you won't select relative and fixed. Now it's over relative and fixed. Our default z index is 0, so you can set the z index of the different elements in different ways, so that those elements are placed on top of other elements. The higher the z index, the higher the element is placed if they all rely on a same space. So I hope it was clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask them in the comments. And thank you for watching my video, and we will meet in my next video.